Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Thursday afternoon. Hope you're well. Hope you're looking after yourself through this miserable weather. Sorry, there's a window behind you so I can see it. Hope you're well. Hope you're looking after yourself and to keep yourself dry. Whatever you're up to today, enjoy it. If you're out playing golf, try and keep warm. If you're in the gym, make sure you're doing legs. Got a really fun video actually talking about today. We've got a new report around a potential interest from Spurs in Kubo, the Real Sociedad winger, as well as an update on a unnamed Premier League club making a bid for Andre the Fluminense midfielder. So a couple of really fun ones there today. Just want to say, if you're new, hit me with subscribe. Do us a favour. Doesn't cost you anything, because you can see there's quite a few of you that don't subscribe. Come on, I'm watching you. Let's talk Real Sociedad's Kubo first and foremost, because I think that's why a lot of you probably jumped on here to have a look at it. So Kubo, this comes from Ekrem Kanor, who put out that Manchester United, Arsenal, Tottenham and Newcastle United could make a move for the Real Sociedad's 22-year-old Japanese winger Takefusa Kubo in January. You know me, you know I love a good name, and that is a hell of a name. Let's jump into a little bit about Kubo himself. So he's 22 years old. He's a right winger with a left foot, so he's an inverted right winger. His contract expires of the summer of 2027. So plenty of years on his deal left. So obviously gives Sociedad a really strong holding position. In terms of his season this year, I think he's had a really decent season, to be honest, all things considered. He's played 16 times in all competitions. I say that basically between the Champions League and La Liga. 5 goals, 3 assists, so a goal contribution every other game. So quite solid when you talk about being a winger, especially maybe not of one of the top teams in Spain, okay? In terms of the season, Sociedad have had a decent season, all things considered. They're 6 points off 4th in La Liga. They're sitting in 6th as well. They're actually sitting top of their Champions League group. So they're sitting in top. They are level with Inter Milan, but just basically head-on goal difference. But they are 7 points clear of Salzburg with 2 games played. So they're already through into the next round of the Champions League. So now it will just be, can they finish first? So that's pretty amazing when you think of the Benfica in that group as well. And they've got no points. Don't know what's happened there. One other key thing just to talk about before I give my opinion on Kubo himself. Real Madrid actually obviously sold the player in the summer. I think it was the summer before, it's about €6.5 million. Real Madrid still maintains 50% of the capital gains of a future sale. There is no repurchase option. So he also has a termination clause of 60 million. Doesn't say euros or pounds, but I'm going to say it's euros. So early 50s. On the player himself, super exciting player, really tricky, really explosive as well. He does give me early Son vibes, it really does, but obviously left wing with a right foot, he's right wing with a left foot. He gives me those early Son vibes. I'm trying to think of any other Spurs player that he kind of gives me vibes of. He doesn't really, to be honest. He kind of gives me maybe a more of a, I'm not saying he is these players, and please don't clickbait me and think me I'm saying this. Gives me kind of like a bit of a Saka vibe, but maybe a bit more explosive in terms of off the mark with his dribbling. He's very exciting, Kubo. Yes, he's having a fantastic season so far. He's been bouncing around a lot of clubs through loans of Real Madrid and things like that, but he's kind of settled finally at Sociedad, and you can see what's really taking effect because of that. That consistency in your own life. Look at him, he's flourishing. But let's be frank here. When I looked at his value, and we're talking about basically a release clause of 60 million euros, and that's what probably it's going to take. Because at the end of the day, if Real Madrid are going to get 50% of the future sale, Real Sociedad are going to want to try and maximise every penny possible, because they're only going to get 30 million euros out of him. Which, if you're a buying club, that's not a lot for Kubo. If someone said you can get Kubo for 30 million euros, right, skip Nico Williams, skip Jota, skip all those other wingers that we've been linked to. There's my guy. Thank you very much. I'll take him. Not Marcus Edwards, not Pedro Goncalves. I'll have him. Thanks very much. Because I think actually, all things considered, maybe Nico Williams is the only player that's comparable in terms of talent. But I just really like Kubo. It's one of those ones I've been really excited that we got linked to. Now, obviously, let's be frank. Spurs aren't spending big in January. I've already reported. We already know they don't have a ton of money to spend. So in this case, it's not going to happen. Not in January at least. Maybe in the summer. I could absolutely see it in the summer. You know, I think when we go forward next, I think in January we need to look at the centre half position and maybe a left wing position or a striker position, right? Because I did see Son go down injured in the game that he's playing right this second, so that's a concern. Dropping like flies at the moment. But I think in the following summer, you will absolutely see Spurs go, right, we need another centre half, probably, potentially. We need to get number 6 because Højbjerg's probably on his way out. We probably might need to get another number 8 because Lo Celso potentially could be gone, right? We need someone to play Maddison's role. Right, we're going to look at left wing maybe potentially because Brian Hill might be completely gone by that point. We don't know. Right, Sonny, he is injury prone. Alejo Veliz hasn't kicked on just yet. We need someone else there as well. And we might need a right winger potentially. Depends on how Solomon comes back from his injuries. Depends what happens with Richarlison. Right back, no offence, I'm kind of hoping Emerson Royale does get moved on. Sorry if that offends you. It's just my opinion. So we need to look at right back. So we could be looking at, again, another 5, 6, 7 players this summer. Because I think it's really, really crucial. I mean, left back, Perisic should be going. Davies will be another year older, into his 30s. Sessegnon's still injury prone. We need another left back. So, yeah, I think in January we'll be looking at spending a little bit. You know, it won't be spending that kind of money. So there's that. Let's talk a little bit around Andre really quickly. So, look, I think with Andre, it's difficult because obviously we've got a lot of other teams interested in him. But basically, Ekrem Canor put out that an unnamed Premier League side has potentially made an offer for Andre right now. I don't have it on my screen. I, for some reason, didn't put it on my iPad, so shoot me for that. He's a talented player. I've already talked about him loads. A really exciting player. You know, if you're a centre defensive mid being capped for Brazil in a position where you've had Casemiro and Fabinho, who between them for the last 10 years have been two of the best centre defensive mids in all of football, you're probably looking at a player that's got some real talent. And I know obviously in Brazil they try and bring through a lot of their youngsters. You know, Endrick being a 17-year-old who's playing, I think, with the national squad now and this international break. They try and really promote that. Obviously, with England, we try and promote Calvin Phillips and Harry Maguire. So, you know, it's something that, you know, maybe it's something like that, or potentially he's just that kind of good player that you are seeing him more on the international stage. And I think you'll probably start to see him in the European stage. I think he will move either in January or the summer. He will definitely move. And I hope Spurs' name is in the hunt for him. I'm not saying we're going to get him, but I would like our name to be in the hunt for him. Because I think people talk about ball winners and things like that. Okay, fine. How about a technical ball winner? How about a guy that can really link up, play and pass? There you go. Anyway guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section below around Kubo. Would he be someone that you're interested in? Obviously, potentially might not be in January, but the summer, would he be something you're interested in? Obviously, you've got the Andre situation as well with the unnamed Premier League club making a potential offer. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like I said, doesn't hurt you. I promise. It doesn't bite. And hit the bell notification more because I've got definitely another video out later which will surprise you a little bit, to be honest. Anyway guys, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.